Hi to everybody who follows IPP, Committee in Action. This is the first time me and Cherrie has ever met, which has been really, really exciting.
On this lovely day.
Yeah, so we just thought we'd do a little video really to just talk to you about how our brothers are doing.
Yeah.
How is Aaron, Cherrie?
Aaron's doing all right. He's been in for 18 years now. So it's kind of taken its toll on him, but he just keeps going. So we're just trying to keep going and keep going, and just kind of wait. You know, with parole and everything coming up, and just praying that he gets home and we can fix him in time. You know, because we've done so much damage, spending so long on a straight serving sentence. He's never been home, Clara.
No, Aaron was one of the first in the country, wasn't he, to be sentenced to IPP?
Yeah, 2005. I think it was January he got sentenced, and he's never been out since for GBH.
If Aaron wouldn't get parole this year, does that mean, if he didn't get parole, would that mean Aaron served 20 years?
Yeah, if Aaron didn't get parole, it'd be straight serving 20 years service in the prison. Yeah.
How do you cope with that?
You don't cope.
No.
I think you've just got to. I've got to be strong for him, and I just keep the faith that I know that he's got to come home sometime.
Yeah.
And I think what pushes me and drives us harder is that we've lost so many IPPs. So I think we're on to 76, are we now?
About 76.
So 76 people have took their lives because they have been handed a sentence with no tariff. So it's a bit like me pinching your mobile phone.
Yeah.
And Clara, you're going to prison because you've took my phone, but I'm not going to tell you how long you're going in for. How would it make you feel mentally?
Yeah. You can't.
No, and that's what it's about.
You couldn't
No.
I've asked my brother in the past how to describe how it makes him feel. One of the things he has said to me is it's like an execution to your mind. Yeah. And he was describing to me that in America they still execute people, don't they? They still take them to their execution. He said the only thing is that they're not taking our bodies to an execution, but the IPP sentences certainly executed their minds.
The minds, and it's so unbelievably difficult because we just feel that what can we do to make it better in a bad day without repeating ourselves every day and day out, and it's really difficult for family members because they live with the sentence too every day, and it hurts and eats you up every day because it's like having a child, having a loved one, a relative that you can't soothe.
We've started seeing now, haven't we, how mentally poorly family members are becoming. Yeah. And I do know, we're IPP Committee in Action, we are all good friends, and
we all experience it, don't we?
We all experience it, and not so long ago, well, you know this as a friend and an IPP committee member, that I ended up in hospital for 6 days. I needed to be hospitalised because I was just so worn out, because it's not our job really. It should never have been our job to sort IPP out and help get this political. It's any of the campaigners, we should be living a life.
Having a life.
A full life.
Having a life, we should be.
Do you know the committee that we're on, IPP Committee in Action, and Shirley, Roddy, Bernadette, yourself and me, it feels like, to me, a full-time job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't,
because we just have to keep picking it, and we won't stop until we get them home and we see justice, because it's a bit like, yes, I want my brother to come home, but I want everybody else's family members to come home, and I don't want to see another a 77th death.
No.
And I just don't want the phone call to say, I'm really sorry, it's you, it's your brother, it's your sister, whatever. I don't want that phone call. So if I know I'm fighting with every breath of me, then at least I know that I've done enough. Because my brother did say to me, he said, I'm absolutely desperate now. Can you, you know, do what you can? And I haven't not done what I've done everything, every mortal thing I can. And if I had to run around naked, which you wouldn't really want to see, I would do it, because I will do everything in my power as a sister, because to give him his life back, because my brother spent half his adult life in prison for GBH, which is grievous bodily harm, partaking in a fight, you know, bravado when he was in his 20s. Now he's in his 40s, and he admits that he wished he wasn't there that day, and his bravado prevailed that he joined in that, and he shouldn't have done. But given that's what he did, you know, it's just beggars belief that he's still there, because in today's sentencing, what would he get?
He would just have a
couple of months.
Yeah.
He'd be in and out, wouldn't he?
Maybe 18 months, you know, if he was sentenced today, 18 months, 2 years, something like that.
But you know, the government think it's right to spend millions of pounds keeping him in when he doesn't need to be in. He's got a family.
Yeah.
And what about you? You know, your brother's got a family.
Yeah, the same. My family are worn out.
Yeah.
Like some old. Sometimes I felt like this. I felt that worn out, like an old slipper. If that makes sense.
But it is. It absolutely deflates you, because
it does.
You know, when you're on the phone. So you're on the phone, and you never say that you have are up to anything exciting. You never say, well, I've been here, I've been there, I've done this, I've done that. You have to sort of like dull it down, because, you know, you just have to, and then you have to think about things to say, even though you don't know what to say. And I used to, like in the beginning, I used to say to my brother, you know, are you all right? How's your day?
Yeah.
Well, how do you think my day is,
How
Cherrie?
do you think?
I'm locked up 23 hours a day, I'm out for an hour, and I haven't eaten today or whatever. And you're thinking, shit, I shouldn't have asked that question. But you have to then change your ways to not just mannerisms and everything. You have to, you know, you don't want to tell them anything exciting's happened, isn't it? So it gets like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and but for each of the family members, we're obviously trying to support them as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
By just by being here and shouting about it and doing the things that we do and writing the emails we do and doing the stupid daft TikToks and whatever we need to do, and you know, supporting each other, because we know what it feels like, because we're actually going through it.
Do you know what I find pretty hard? Is I'm my brother's strength on the this IPP sentence.
Yeah.
But if I have too much communication with him,
Affects you.
it makes me ill.
No, same with me.
But then if he doesn't have that communication with me,
gives you a break.
He becomes ill.
Do you not think like, so I think my brother thinks for me that he doesn't want to let me down, so he's trying to do, he doesn't want to say that he's having a bad day, do you know what I mean? And then when he doesn't ring me, it gives me a bit of a break.
Yeah.
From, not that I don't worry about him, because I always worry about him, but it gives me a bit of a break from him emotionally, and he doesn't want to admit that he's obviously suffering, but I know he is, because I can see it. Do you know what I mean?
When you have them bits of a break from them, what I've noticed, and please forgive me, like, I don't mean it in how it's going to sound.
Yeah.
What I've noticed, it's freed up some time and space in my own life.
Yeah.
Whereas after a week or so, my own mental health gets better.
Yeah, me too.
And then obviously we have to stay connected to our loved ones on this sentence, because you know we're their strength. But the minute I get back, say we speak for 4 days in a row, me and my brother.
Yeah.
It draws a lot out of me, because you constantly, I mean, we've done videos and stuff. You know, I've constantly we've read self-help books together, me and my brother. You know, I'm always saying, you know, we do read the Bible. This morning, he actually rang us, and he was, you know, the same thing. I'm Clara, and the IPP Committee in Action should get on with their lives, because he said, I'm never getting out. And we ended up at 7:30 this morning, my mum, my sister, and myself, singing down the phone to him to lift his spirits. A Christian song that he really, really likes.
Yeah.
Would I say that the prison system has rehabilitated? No. It's been definitely in my family. It's been me. It felt like it's been me.
It has to come.
We followed self-help books, and he's read chapters. He reads chapters of the Bible, and I do, and I really feel that it's been me that's rehabilitated.
Absolutely. My brother says the same thing, and you know, it's really difficult, isn't it? Because when they turn around and say to you, you know, I'm never coming home, or when am I coming home, we don't actually have any answers